Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the morning show season 4. But by the way, even before that, did every TV show decided to come back this week? So I am very behind. Like, I just finished the first 3 episodes of Gen V season 2. High Potential apparently came back last night. Obviously, we still have Only Murders, and then we have Tony and Ziva and Peacemaker, and this is even before Law& and Order, 911, NCIS, and all the other and Grey's Anatomy and all that stuff comes back. So, I am kinda behind, but the morning show, sadly, as much as it is one of the worst shows ever made, it is a must-watch show because it is ridiculous, and for whatever reason, this show got renewed, and I'm actually really happy because that means next season will take place most likely at the tail end of 2025 timeline-wise, because right now in morning show season 4, full spoilers, it seems to be it's May 24, right? So the Biden debate hasn't happened yet and the whole switcheroo. I was not given screeners, so I don't know how the show ends this season or whatever. But the TV writer in me was like, oh, if they're gonna do season 5 and it's gonna take place in 2025, because Trump won, that means Bradley's gonna get the pardon and so is her brother. I assume, sadly, Zorn is going to be mayor, and that's gonna play a whole thing, and obviously Trump and his whole lawsuits against media companies and all that, it's probably UBN and all that shit is probably gonna get sued in season 5. Like, I kinda in my mind, I, like, legitimately broke the season 5 story, and I don't even work for the morning show. It's just, like, this show, because of how ridiculous it is, broke my writer's block. And I'm so happy because I thought I lost it. Like, the last time I was able to write anything relatively okay was when I saw Jurassic World Rebirth, and that movie burnt my fucking brain because of how fucking awful it is with that flying, fucking crunchy rap ad in the first 10 minutes of the movie. But, look, let's be real here. It's 2025. We don't have Succession anymore, Billions is gone, and the newsroom is just a faded memory, with the exception of that clip about what makes America great that goes viral every fucking 3 months. But the morning show is the best we get. It's messy, it's ambitious, and sometimes it is painfully behind the times, but it's our window into peak woke media of the early 2020s. Each season, like, honestly tried to capture a cultural moment, but there was always a tension, and the season ended up having to get blown up because of stuff that happened. So, season 1, the original version of the morning show, according to them, wasn't supposed to be a Me Too storyline, but because it was based off Good Morning America, the Matt Lauer incident happens, the Me Too incident, and they're like, "Okay, that's it. We're gonna have Steve Carell be our Matt Lauer and turn this into, whole fucking aspect of the season and HR cover-ups and HR is really never on the side of you, right? So season 1 lands smack in the middle of, like, the height of the Me Too movement, right? Bradley Jackson and Alex Levi, played by Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston, are a guide through the chaos, and the show does, like, I would say a solid job of dramatizing how powerful men can fall in the workplace in that height of the Me Too era, respond or fail to respond to harassment. But here, it feels heightened, like, Mitch Kessler's downfall happens almost overnight, very similar to what happened with the Matt Lauer thing, right? And the show's version of accountability feels more like a Hollywood fever dream, and it kinda captures the tense of the moment, but a lot of the things in season 1 was ridiculous, where fucking Alex Levi sees the viral video of Bradley Jackson cursing out people, and at some type of award thing is like, "That's gonna be the host of the morning show." Which I still find hilarious that they think the morning show has any fucking relevance, and I don't mean, like, the show, I mean, like, all morning shows in general, Good Morning America, CBS This Morning, none of them matter. No one is watching this garbage. Now season 2 was, got the lead because of COVID, so they end up having to just, this show takes place relatively from New Year's Eve 2019 up until the moment New York got engulfed in COVID of March 13th, 2020. And it's the most ridiculous thing ever, right? So they have also the bootleg Quibi in the background mixed in with the mixed redemption in Italy. So season 2 is like where the timing really shows. The show ends right before COVID hits, and you can see it like lurking in the background. They keep mentioning it, the cough, and there's that random guy who's like, I have to get out of China because they're going to shut down China and all the trains because of this virus. It's real. It's going to hit. And then the network just keeps pitching this bootleg version of Quibi where we're gonna have all these great shows. It's basically like CNN Plus. And I'm glad they didn't do like the March, April 2020 COVID storyline in this show because this show can't do serious topics. It would have been disastrous. Let me tell you, the season finale of season 2, you get Alex Levi doing a 24-hour live stream on their version of CNN Plus, which is UBA Plus. And it's supposed to show her fighting through COVID because she's supposed to be our Chris Cuomo in this situation where, like, Chris Cuomo was one of the first high-profile news anchors to get COVID, and then, like, he was gone for 2 months. But COVID what they could have done with COVID, like a lot of shows did, they could have killed off half their cast because it would have been realistic. But the writers, they didn't use it to kill anyone. I was really hoping Chip would die, right? Because it's hinted like Chip is like, "I tested positive, and I'm gonna go stay with Alex Levi," because he's, like, obsessed with Alex because he's a fucking simp boy simp. But whatever. D Now oh, yeah, don't forget Mitch Kessler dies because there's a documentary about him being made by some Italian filmmaker, and then he dies in Italy in a car crash, which I'm like, "Okay, I guess, whatever." Season 3, the real life beef that it seems to be happening between Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston, um, plays into the show a lot, right? And then we have Jon Hamm as, like, an Elon Musk when he was really probably supposed to be David Ellison, and then we have, like, the DEI stuff in January 6th. So season 3 combines real world absurdities with, like, peak woke plot lines. On one hand, you've got this DEI storyline at the network, mandatory trainings, HR chaos, which right away was like peak corporate wokeness. And then it tackles about like how we're the hero of the network. We helped with the January 6th investigations. But what's interesting is that for basically this entire season, Reese Witherspoon's character and Jennifer Aniston's character are never in the same scenes together, which is crazy since they are 1 and 2 on the show. And when they are in the same scenes together. As someone who works in television, this, by the way, it was very badly done. You could tell these were body doubles, that they were never really in the scenes together. And this seems to still be a fucking issue in season 4, by the way. I don't know what the fuck is happening where they're making sure like the days Jennifer Aniston's on set, Reese can't be on set. And I honestly thought the morning show was going to get canceled with the news that Big Little Lies is coming back. But also, I'm like, oh, this show's coming back, and we know the Trump pardon is happening because that happened in real life. Very confused because boy, season 4 of where we are now is fucking ridiculous. But we have Jon Hamm as like Elon Musk who was able to eavesdrop in everyone's phone. And he's like, I want to buy UBA because I want to own a legacy company. And then he's like and he's fucking Jennifer Aniston. And, like all legacy media companies are all dying and they're bleeding money. And I'm like, okay. And then they managed to like make it so he can't buy it, but he doesn't go to jail as we learn in season 4. So here we are in season 4 now. Season 4, baby, of the morning show. It is, from what we can tell, it's May or June of 2024, pre-Joe Hospice Joe debate, right? We are post strikes. The network merger happened. There is a Theo Vaughn type character now. It's UBN, by the way, is what the network is called after the merger of the 2 companies, the UBA and ANN or whatever. What was supposed to be CBS and NBC, right, are merged in this world, which is funny since in real life, David Ellison bought it. He bought CBS and now he's going to buy Warner Brothers, and they're going to merge ironically, probably by the end of 2026. Corey Ellison is basically Seth Rogen's character in the studio. He produces a bunch of movies. Real movies, by the way, not indies. Chip Black is apparently about to release a documentary that is going to get Oscar buzz. Alex Levi is an executive at UBN. So she is basically what Ari in Entourage was towards the end of the show. Bradley Jackson did not get charged with anything with the FBI, but her brother is in jail because apparently she gave a lot of information to uh John Elon Musk, John fucking John Hamm's character to stay out, but she is like stuck in West Virginia and she has to stay in her house in West Virginia. But anytime she leaves the state, she has to like tell the FBI and she has to like get permission from the FBI to take over the morning show again. Okay, the Theo Von character is hilarious because he's supposed to it's a hybrid of Theo Von and Andrew Schultz mixed with Rogan, like, all their characteristics mixed together. He's such a like, I don't get it. They're like, "Yeah, people." Alex Levi's character, like, "People only watch podcasts now, no one cares about the news or whatever." Um, the major plot line of the thing is the 2 networks, and we're kinda done. We're post-woke, which is interesting because the Trump election hasn't happened yet, but boy, let me tell you that. UBN, we see that Alex Levi's like, we're trying to ditch those key storylines, we're trying to ditch its liberal bias, right? Because they see the polling data and they're really terrified that Trump is gonna win. And we're like, this is why we need to get Bradley Jackson back, because Bradley Jackson doesn't code as a liberal. Even though what was interesting is because we meet Bradley Jackson in season 1, she's clearly supposed to be like a Katie Tur type figure, pretty face, but not really a reporter. But now she's basically supposed to be Caitlin Collins, someone from the heartland who's hot and a full-on reporter, which is hilarious and very self-awareness. By the way, there's also a scene in the first episode of season 4 that includes a 3-minute cringe scene of Bradley Jackson on Telegram talking to someone who somehow got her number and is like, "There's a cover-up happening. I need your help. You're a journalist." And apparently birds are falling out the sky, and I think this is supposed to be, like, something similar to that train with the nuclear waste that, like, exploded in East Palestine, Ohio. It is ridiculous, and I'm like, "Oh, the morning show is back." It is a mess, and it's back. Um, the Asian chick is what has the job Corey had, which is, Stella. So Stella has fucking Corey's old job, and apparently she is fucking there's a new Stella, right? And she is fucking that person's husband, the dude who's supposed to play Jon Stewart in the Green Lantern show, right? So Stella's getting her fuck on. Good for her, okay? They've also I'm kinda glad they've kinda avoided the October 7th of it all. They only mention it once because, let me tell you, morning show chaos that happens in the first episode. So, by the way, I don't think the show could do anything serious. So, because they're doing the pre-interviews for the Olympics, apparently an Iranian fencer girl is doing a pre-interview for UBA with Alex Levy. Her dad, which we don't find out, some regular plot twist, is like, "We want to defect to America," right? And so Alex begins to ask, like, political questions, and apparently the Iranian guard or whatever that is with them says, "No politics! Stop this right now!" And then Alex Levi makes the Iranian chick go into Alex's dressing room, and she whispers, "There's a car out there. Okay, I'll text the driver, I'll take you wherever you need to go, right? Go, take the freight elevator." Alex pulls the fire alarm. The father follows through, the Iranian guard is, like, chasing them, and then they escape in the car. There's a car accident that happens, and then we learn the father was a nuclear scientist for the Iranian nuclear program, which is crazy to think about because this obviously was filmed before Trump bombed the Iranian nuclear facility. So, great timing, morning show, on always being wrong on how things work. Yes. So, Alex Levi gets to be a freedom fighter. She gets to do, which is the most insane thing that happens in this episode. She's a freedom fighter who's hiding the Iranian father-daughter Olympic people who also worked at the nuclear program. It is ridiculous. I can't believe everything that has happened in this episode, in one episode, the morning show. And by the way, Apple, I understand was supposed to be your flagship show, and you're really upset that Ted Lasso is the flagship show, not this, because you wanted this to be the show that wins Emmys. For whatever reason, this show wins Golden Globes, because the Golden Globes apparently is only 130 fucking voters. So that is why, because people really just want to meet Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, and Apple showers you with gifts, and there you went. because they haven't been able to win Emmys or SAG Awards or WG Awards because, trust me, no one's safe. This show has good writing. But we're back, and that's what happens. And the episode ends with Alex calling Corey, be like, it's time to catch up. Mind you, Corey used to be fucking Reese Witherspoon's character. I can't. And I assume this season will end. Well, they clearly are hyping with the Olympics. I guess the Olympics has to happen. I assume we're going to get the hospice debate moment, the Biden dropout, the Trump almost assassinated thing, and maybe we time jump a bit and we do election night, and then the fear of like what the Trump and Elon stuff is going to be. I assume that's how this show is going to end. It's kind of easy to gauge where they are, but they're really hyping up the Olympics aspect of this. And I don't know, the morning show, we seem to know it's 2 months, actually. Actually, hold up. Yeah, backtrack, because Bradley Jackson said she's going to be gone for 2 months, which means we are going to get the Biden dropout, the swap, and the Trump almost assassination attempt, which, whatever. God, oh God. That means next year they're definitely going to do Charlie Kirk. This show cannot do serious topics. Okay, this show is not written by good people to do serious stuff. But anyway, yay, the morning show is back. I guess.